Now, for more on this, Jermaine Sanwoolu joins us from London. He's an expert on African politics. Thanks so much for joining us, Jermaine. Now, over the years, many have been critical of Dhlakama mixing guerrilla warfare with opposition politics. So ultimately, the question is, what legacy does he leave behind?
Oh, thanks a lot for having me this evening. His legacy is one that is mixed, so to say. For 39 years, he has been fighting for what he believed was for freedom from corruption, freedom from oppression, and that communist government that was actually ruling Mozambique after the independence in 1972 from the Portuguese. So what has been happening in Mozambique, his legacy would be one that he has been a rebel leader. As he calls himself, he is a voice for the poor. But people question many of his tactics because he started off as a guerrilla warfare rebel leader and moved on to having the political party which we know as Renamo right now, which fought the civil war and which also tried to ensure that what he believed was the people's right was actually established against the one-party state government which has been in power since independence, called Frelimo. So his legacy is mixed, but he would like to be remembered as a freedom fighter.
Okay. And Jermaine, tell us, what effect will his death have now on the future of peace in Mozambique?
Well, that's a very, very interesting question because he has been in hiding in the Goronzo mountains for quite a while, since 2013, when there were kind of like a rehash of fightings from 2013, 2016, when he actually called a ceasefire with the government. And what they have been happening right now in the country is that people are beginning to wonder that there's now going to be a vacuum in the Renamo political party, that who will take over his leadership. Are they going to be people who are very, very relaxed, more democratic, or people who actually possess greater anger towards the established system? People are wondering what's going to happen because in 2016, when they had the meeting with President Nyusi, what they decided was that there's going to be arrangements which has to do with disarmament and disintegration of power in Mozambique. Because what we see right now, one of the things that they were actually working out for was that power will be decentralized from just the government appointing the regional governors to actually what's going to be happening is that people can now vote for who they're going to have as governors so the people have their voice being heard. So it's going to be quite interesting what will happen, but we hope that the leadership that will come after him will be people who have a more liberal mindset that want to further the journey of peace that he started in 2016.
And just very quickly, Jermaine, who do you think will take over? And you've mentioned this power vacuum, but what's your opinion about who will take over?
Actually, no one really knows what is going to happen right now because the leadership and the focus has always been on Afonso Dhlakama, and he's been the spearhead. So we're going to be wondering which of his foot soldiers or which of his lieutenants, people that he has trained, would actually take over from him. It's going to be very dicey, but we do hope that people who actually have democratic mindsets, people who want to prefer dialogue to destruction of the nation through rebel warfare on the streets of Mozambique. We want a person who will actually stand up for the rights of the people, who will drop their swords, drop their guns, and stand for peace.
Okay, Jermaine, thank you so much for speaking to us on TRT World. That was Jermaine Sanwoolu, an expert on African politics, speaking to us from Leeds.